With the brick stitch, the beads don't sit one on top of the other. Instead, they're offset and resemble a brick wall. Hi, this is Eva, and today, in partnership with AllFreeBeadedJewelry.com, I'll be demonstrating the brick stitch. For supplies, you'll need a beading needle, beading thread, and some beads. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using Wildfire beading thread in black and my Yuki 4mm square cube beads. You will also need to know the ladder stitch, as this will be your first and foundation row. You can click here or in the down bar for the tutorial on the ladder stitch. Let's begin. There are two styles of brick stitch. One is this one, the flat type, which go right on top and they're fairly even. The other is the decreasing brick stitch, which forms this triangular shape. The difference is when you begin, you're going to be utilizing the stitches between the beads. If you're going to be working with the flat type, you want to start with the space between the first and the second. If you're working with the triangle, you're going to decrease and start with the second and third. So let's begin. We want to pick up two beads. Once we have our beads on, we want to go between the first and second, pick up that stitch, and pull your thread through. This stacks the beads on top, and you want to take your needle and go up through the first bead, then you want to go down the second bead, and you again want to grab that thread between the first two beads in the foundation row. Pull that tight, and one last time back up through that second bead, and that has your beginning of your brick stitch. Then you pick up the next bead and you go to the space between the second and third bead in the foundation row, tighten that down, and then go right back up the bead. And then to continue, you pick up your next bead, go between the next pull that down and through, and then go back up through your bead. And continue down your row. And there's your completed second row. Third row is done the same way. I want to decrease, so I'm going to go in between the second and the third. I already have my two beads on my thread. And they're stacked, and you want to go up through the first, back down through the second, and again in between, and catch that thread. tighten, and one more time back up through the second bead. And continue just as we did with the second row. Hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the brick stitch. Our next tutorial will be on the daisy chain. See you then. Bye-bye.